Guys, it's Bieber. So, we're going to be taking another look at Miss Breasia Terrell's case. She's 10 years old and she's out of Iowa and she is still missing. Look at this baby. How stinking cute is she? We got to keep her name and her picture out there, guys. She's got to be found. We got to have some resolution. You know, it's just got to happen. I don't know what is going on with this case, but it's just weird. It's just weird stuff that doesn't make sense to me. So let's do a quick recap of what we know thus far. She was last seen in the early hours of July 10th, early morning. She was with Henry Earl Dinkins, which is 47, and that is her brother's father. So now, now at some point later that night, around 9 p.m., Dinkins is arrested for a violation, second subsequent offense, Class D felony. But he was arrested for failure to register for being a predator. Now, this is an old offense. I believe it is from the late 90s. Nonetheless, it is with a child, and he did not register. So, and his arrest came pretty rapidly after, she went missing. So, let's see, and this was around the 2700 block of East 53rd Street in Davenport, Iowa. So, the search began on Friday the 10th. On Saturday the 11th, Breasia's mother, Aishia Lankford, asked the public to come and help find her daughter. Help her find her little girl is exactly what she said. And this is, quote, "There's no way I can take my butt home again a second night without knowing what's going on with my baby. Please help me." So the community responds, and they do help her. They come and they help her start looking for her child. July 14th, exactly 4 days later, police say, now he's already been arrested at this point, but police then say that he is a person of interest. July 15th, the Amber Alert goes out. Now, a lot of times they do an Amber Alert with a vehicle. Dinkins had 3 vehicles, but at this time he was still arrested. But they're just asking the public for help. Have you seen this car? Have you seen any of these 3 cars? Have you seen this child? Do you know anything about him? So I guess that's kind of what's going on. July 16th, the search expands to Clinton County. And July 20th, the search is quelled from Clinton County. So, and let's go read what the sheriff had to say. Well, he's a police chief, but Paul Sawarski on Monday announced, this was the 20th, he announced there's no longer a need for organized searches for Breasia Terrell in Clinton County area at this time, but that the investigation resources will be focused on pursuing leads that have been developed. Breasia was reported missing. We just went over that. And then he just goes on to thank all the people involved. And the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children have also provided resources to the department. And he just says he's grateful. But pretty much what this is saying is we need no more organized searches. So, but this is the 20th. Fast forward, it is the 6th of August. And, let's just go over some of the stuff that I found. I mean, it's not a whole lot, guys. And gosh, I just hope something shakes loose soon. So, and I did want to say this too. Her mother did an interview, a Facebook interview with a local reporter. I have that whole interview in the videos. I will link it in the description. Um, and she's just calm. I had a couple different mixed, commenters, but what, we don't pass judgment. Unless you've been there, you don't know what it's like to be tapped out, not know what's going on, be out there looking, hitting the pavement. So, I just want to please y'all be mindful. You know, she, she may be completely innocent. She may not know anything. She may have nothing to do with this. Absolutely. Things happen and mothers don't know all the time to their kids. So, but nonetheless, she did do the interview, and here in a second at the end of the video, she did a recent one last night. I'm going to post that too. But here's a couple of things I found on Facebook. and I didn't know one of these things. But if you guys see or hear anything, please call 911. We need to find her. She's a 10-year-old girl. She's been missing from Davenport. Uh, Something in the morning. It was, yeah, this was around 3 in the morning. They have the man, Scott County, and he refuses to say anything or where she is. She was last seen wearing a white t-shirt, shorts, sandals. We don't know what she might have on now. But when she went missing, that's what she was wearing. And she's 10. She's 4 feet 5 inches tall, 75 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. So, and this is something that I don't know, and maybe it is in the missing flyer. I just don't recall reading it. That would have stuck out to me. But it says she cannot hear out of her left ear, and she cannot see out of her left eye. And y'all can read this down here. I can't, it's just the dude knows where she's at, and, blank offender. But, yeah, I don't remember reading that about her vision and her hearing, but, I'm sure it was there if it's the truth in the missing persons bulletin. Here's another post. There is so much more to this horrible situation. Somebody needs to start talking and bring this beautiful angel home. I 1,000% agree. People are just like, what is going on? Here's another one. The heading says, Breasia's still not been found. Please don't believe everything you see on Facebook. Baby girl, we still praying for your safe return. So, and this is just a bulletin. But what I did notice in this one is it doesn't say anything about her hearing or her vision. And a lot of them don't. I knew I wasn't crazy. I never read that before except for that one post. And this one says 5 more days makes it a month since Breasia Terrell has been missing. Help get her home. Someone out there knows something. Help her. And you can see all the hashtags. And this one they hashtag Nancy Grace, John Walsh, Dateline NBC, missing. Hashtag help. So I mean, people are trying to get the word out, and I hope these hashtags take off. But I did, yes, please get the word out here. I haven't heard of any of these people mentioning Breasia, and Nancy Grace may have. She's pretty good about paying attention to to most of the missing persons cases, especially where children are concerned. And this one just says, got her flyer up all over Kansas City, Missouri, St. Louis, Chicago, New Orleans, LA, La Place, LA, Jackson, Mississippi, Canton, Mississippi. So, people are really trying. I mean, these groups, I mean, for the most part, overall, they're run pretty well. There is some craziness. We're going to cover that in a half a second, but I saw this and I thought this was a real nice little thought, something to just be mindful. We need to start seeing every single child as somebody we know. I thought that was a really neat way of putting it, just to make, to people be mindful that you may be looking at a missing child and you don't even realize it. So here is another one. Now, I'm not going to read all this, and y'all can pause it and read it, but this one is just kind of alluding to her mother has done something, and she may have, sold, sold her to, I mean, y'all can read the screen. I think this is crazy. I don't feel like there's any validity to this. And guys, we just need to be mindful what we're putting out there. And I don't know if this one holds weight. But I don't know, it might be different if there wasn't a man sitting in jail right now who was the last one to see her, who's looking pretty guilty right now. So yeah, this one is not going to fly for me. I do not really think that this is, what has happened, but I don't know. So this one caught my attention, and it says, good morning. Now what happened with the little brother? So I did a little digging, and apparently, and these Facebook groups are, phenomenal for this. Apparently, somebody said that the little brother had told what happened. Now, I haven't seen anything. There haven't been no reports of that, but this is just a little rumbling. And there was other kids there, but I haven't heard anything concrete for this, but it did nonetheless catch my attention. And that brings me to this one. This one definitely caught my attention. It says, how can you get on the road looking? Tim Miller was her best source. Why not let people that know what they are doing help, is what she meant to say. It's nothing wrong with her helping, but I just can't understand her because she turned down the best help that a person could ever need. So if y'all are wondering, or if that name Tim Miller sounds familiar to you, he's with the Texas EquiSearch. As a matter of fact, he was just with the Vanessa Guillen team. And as a matter of fact, he's the one that told the family, because he's got his own sad story. I'm almost positive that his daughter had was murdered, or but something happened to his own child. But nonetheless, I mean, he's very passionate about these cases, and he got the word out the minute he thought that they found her, before the police even told her, because it meant that much to him. He ain't about all the gaff and the junk and the drama. He's straight up and down. He's morally conscious, and this did kind of strike me odd. Why didn't she take Tim Miller's help? I don't know the backstory behind it. She may have had a good reason, but nonetheless, this one right here did make me kind of pause a bit. He is the best out there for searching. So, I don't know. It just it struck me a little odd. That's all. So, and there was this one, and I'm mainly putting it up here in case anybody did want to go donate. And this was from July 20th, which is the same day that the police chief said that they were not doing any more organized searches. But the family did ask for supplies to help with searching. So, and you can see this here: hats, boots, gardening gloves, and but there's a GoFundMe page. I don't know too much about it. I did see it and I figured I'd share it with y'all. But so yeah, I mean, what do y'all think? What are y'all's thoughts? Comment down below and let me know. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss. I really believe this Dinkins guy's involved. Um, I can't judge on how somebody responds and acts with the media, or how they're going to act with their child missing. I've never had my child missing for almost a month, or at all for that matter. But so I can't judge this mom. I do think it was a big freaking bad move for her to not take help when offered to her from the very best. But, she may have had her own reasonings. I don't know. So I'm going to end this video with a small interview she did with the not paper, but a news organization last night. And she's just responding to the press conference. The chief police said that the family hasn't completely been cooperative. And well, you can hear what she has to say about that. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. We're going to stay on top of this. And, prayers for Miss Breasia. I pray that she's brought home safe. I pray that they have answers. I can't imagine what her family's going through. All right, guys. See y'all soon.
And to find her daughter. 10-year-old Breasia Terrell has been missing for nearly a month, and even police seem to have doubts about some of the family's cooperation. This is what Chief Paul Sikorsky said last month when asked about it.
We're definitely focusing on family and definitely interviewing family members. I think the cooperation level, that's something that may come out later on.
What did you make of that moment?
At that exact moment, we took it as, who the hell are you talking to? Because we have been cooperative, we have been listening. I took it as he must have been talking to them, because those are the only ones that are not being cooperative. And I mean, I would pause too. Henry's mother, his girlfriend, his sister, those are ones that are constantly going downtown trying to get, like his belongings, instead of, trying to help me get into their brother's head.
Ed Henry is this man, Henry Dinkins, the man police named as a person of interest in the case and the last person with Breasia before she disappeared. He's in jail right now on an unrelated charge. Breasia's mother says she's working with police and she's working on her own to get the word out about her daughter. She's decorated cars with photos of Breasia and has also posted flyers around the Quad Cities, in some cases handing them directly to people who are walking around.
So it's like a routine for us, you know, we know what needs to be done, and we know that we may be the ones that may be able to break the case just by getting our pictures out there and putting them in anybody's hand that's willing to take a flyer.
Police last updated the public 2 weeks ago on the case. They last described the investigation as being very aggressive.